Hey, what's going on, guys? Ron1 back again with another video. Today, I'm going to be going over how to just make some basic 3.0 toggles. And yeah, you're trying to take off a shirt, in this case a vest, toggle it in-game using those 3.0 menus. This is the video for you. Alright, so first things first. I'm working out of a duplicate of my actual model just to keep some pose issues that occasionally happens when previewing animations. Next, just some basic layout things for 3.0. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need an animator controller. And because this is going into your FX layer in your avatar descriptor, I just named mine FX. And then you're going to need these two things, which are 3.0 specific, if I'm correct. This is a expressions parameter and expressions menu. Now, if you see, they look the exact same at just a casual glance. So I renamed mine to expression menu, and then the parameter I renamed to parameter menu, but I can just look at it and I know that this is something besides the parameters. Yeah. Now go into your character, scroll down in your avatar descriptor, look for FX, drag in your FX, look for your menu, drag in your menu, look for your parameter, drag in your parameter. Okay. So now that that's done, you can start working on the animation. Now, to make sure the animation, we can actually work in the scene with the animation, we need to drag the FX into our animator controller slot right here. Drop that bad boy in. Then open up your animation tab. If you don't have an animation tab, go to Window, Animation. Click that and it should open this up. Click Create. And what we're going to need to do, so in this case I'm toggling a vest. So I'm going to go vest on. I need two animations. Vest off. Vest on and vest off. For vest on, gonna add property. Vest is active, and now it's gonna give you like a minute long thing. You don't need all that time. We just need 1 second. So you want to make sure you have a frame on 000 and a frame on 001. Simple 1 second, 2 frames. Go to vest off. Go to add property. Vest is active. Same thing. Drag this from 1 minute down to 1 second, 2 frames. However, uncheck this, uncheck this. So now for vest off, it is unchecked. Okay. You go to vest on, it's checked. Vest off, unchecked. Okay, for both frames. Make sure it's for both frames. And that's it. Pretty standard for the animations, at least. Now you want to open up your animator, which again, you can click animation, animator. However, I also believe you could just double click your FX file and it'll open this up. It'll take you into your base layer where you'll have vest on and vest off just kind of sitting there. This may cause you to run into some problems down the line, so I typically delete the animations found in the base layer. Now, go into your parameters, so there's layers, parameters, go into your parameters menu, or parameters section in the animator menu. Click the plus sign, go new integer, int. I'm just going to name this one vest with a capital V. Now from here, you want to go keep this value up, click on your parameters menu. which is the thing that we created at the beginning, along with the FX and the expressions menu. And in parameter 4, or whichever empty parameter you have, you want to have the exact same value as here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and then paste that value. So capital V EST, capital V EST, it lines up. If these values are off, it will break your toggle in game and you won't be able to use it. Make sure this also matches integer with integer, and now you're good to go. Now we're gonna go back to the layers, create a new layer, call this layer, I'm just gonna call this layer vest toggle, and now the first animation, we're gonna drag in our animations here. The first animation you drag in is gonna be your default. So I want my character's default to have the vest on, and then secondary vest off. So there's multiple ways of toggling between different states. The way that I do it and the way that's been working for me is I go from any state and I transition to the separate states. So right click any state, make transition, right click any state, make transition, and you're just dragging, clicking on the separate animations. Now click on the arrows, the white arrows, click on them to open up the inspector on them. Go to conditions, click add. You'll see vest, which is the parameter that we made. Set this equal to 0, 0 being the default. Now go to the other condition, equals. Set this one equal to 1, because this is going to be the toggle. And yeah, now we can test it out. Should work. If I hit the play button, go into the scene. Here's my character. Go to animator. If I change this value to 1. Oh, okay. So this is a very common issue, which I forgot. Which something that it's a common mistake that completely breaks your toggles. This this cogwheel for your layers, your layer options, you need to have the weight set to 1. If the weight is not set to 1, your animation will just break and you won't really be able to determine the reason why, but it's usually something with either the weight or the parameters. So here we go. We're gonna try this again. Go into the scene, parameters. If I set this to 1, look at that. Okay, character no longer has his shirt on, and that's what we want, or his vest on. That's what we want. Now you can open up your expressions menu, click add control, name this vest toggle, make this a button, or make this a toggle, set the parameter to vest, and there you go. It should work. You can add an icon if you'd like. It's not necessary, but if you want it to look sort of prettier in game, you can go for it. And yeah, this is essentially what you're working with right here. This is your interactive menu that you work with in game, where you can add multiple controls. You can even add sub-menus for, say, if you want a menu for clothing, you want a menu for hue shift, you want a menu for whatever. You can add multiple menus within menus, and yeah, it makes for a pretty easy to use experience with making changes to your character on the fly. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you ran into any problems, and I'll try and help you guys out. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.